You're sweating, you're dripping, but I mean, you're full of excitement and you just have to express your emotions.
Purdue Pete to me has always been the spirit of this school.
And just be really visual and just over-exaggerate.
Definitely my legacy here at Purdue is being Purdue Pete, just all the experiences and all the people I've met doing it.
It's an all-American thing, and every school, takes pride in their
to wear
efforts.
This great big set of shoulder pads and then set the head up on top of it.
Whether or not they're successful, they still want to try, and they want to encourage whatever team it is.
And you go out there and you see what these guys are doing now, they run, jump. I was lucky to stand up and walk.
Special birthday parties and little screaming 8-year-old kids just
Whether
running
it was his move or my move, we end up hugging each other in the end zone, and the flag was thrown for excessive celebration, for celebrating with the mascot.
There were tryouts in the fall of, well, actually it was in the prior spring. And I was semi-athletic back then, and tried out and went through a few cheers and was fortunate enough to be selected.
Came from a small high school and did all the athletics. And even though Purdue's not as big as some of the universities, it's a whole lot bigger pond than where I was. And it was my opportunity to get down on the field or out on the floor. And that's pretty much what held my interest, getting to be part of it.
I think they'd even agree I have some dance moves out there that some other people may not have. I may be weak in other respects, but my dancing is pretty legit. So he would ask me, what kind of move should I do here when the camera's on me for 30 seconds, or you have any different moves I could learn? So I'd teach him, or we'd talk about stuff like that. So for me, I had already heard a lot about it, and I'd already met some of the other guys and hang out with them. So I think I felt like I could be a good fit.
I thought about it in high school actually. I wasn't a mascot or anything in high school. I played 3 sports in high school, but I just thought that it'd be really cool to help. Get something along with the university to help, I guess, show my spirit and my dedication that I have with Purdue, and it'd be a really awesome experience to have. And I tried out and I made it, and it was just, I guess it was, I don't know, even a word to say, is just awesome.
I thought it was very exciting, and I really felt that in many respects that Purdue Pete added more spirit to a lot of the games than even what the cheerleaders did. And because Purdue Pete could act up and cavort around. And
first time I did it, I was at a basketball game. And the funny thing, it was televised. But anyway, I called home to tell my parents, and my dad answered the phone, and I said, "You're never going to guess." And he said, "You were the mascot tonight, weren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he could tell. He saw my hand, and it was amazing. It was a good time.
If you can't talk, you don't have to, and you have to look for other ways to express yourself. So you've got a hammer, you can threaten the opponent, you can show disgust with body language. The current Purdue Petes, I think, are much more active and creative than we were back in those days.
I can two-step or crip walk a little bit, so I do some of that. A lot of people have even said, I look like I'm having a seizure when I'm out there, just the way the dance moves come out and the way my legs move. But it is what it is. I just go with the flow. You just have to exaggerate all your emotions because, you're a big guy and you got a big head and people are looking at you. You just really have to exaggerate it.
I didn't realize at first how long it seems when you're in there. You're in there a minute and a half, but it seems 15 minutes. You're sweating, you're dripping. But you're full of excitement and you just have to express your emotions and just be really visual and just over-exaggerate everything.
The head was made of paper mache, and it was over a chicken wire form, and it was very uncomfortable. It was hard as a rock, and there was two very narrow eye slots that you could see out of. So it was a challenge to wear it.
When football season started, it was very, very hot, and the suit was very heavy, and very bulky, and the sweater itself weighed something like 8 or 9 pounds. It was what I remember from the first couple of times, first couple of games, was just how stifling hot it was, and you know, almost difficult to breathe. But still, I think the adrenaline from all of the excitement of having the opportunity to do it and to represent Purdue University really made all the bad things go away to keep the fun going.
The Purdue ballroom dancing team, I made it to the collegiate finals they had one summer, and the studio requested that each team's mascot would come, and I got a call about it, and I said, well, if I can get off work and figure it out. But the guys at work were like, yeah, anything you can do to get on TV to hang around those guys, absolutely. So I flew out there. I was only in LA for about 12 hours. I flew out there, went there to dress rehearsal, did the whole thing, and then right afterwards went right back to the airport and flew home on a red eye. So it was a bit taxing in that respect, but it's definitely a memorable experience, something I'll never forget.
The head I wore was quite a bit bigger than the ones they wear now. And yeah, it's just, people enjoy it. You know, they're there to see the ball game, but then they like seeing us too. And I've had, anytime, you know, people ask, you know, where'd you go to school, what'd you do, and this and that and the other thing. I've always been proud to say that I was Purdue and that I was Purdue Pete.
It feels really awesome. I mean, I'm one of 5 students this year that got to be Purdue Pete. I know it's kind of a brotherhood. The past Petes, we try to get together and stay in touch, but it's just a great experience because we're trying to keep a close-knit family. I've become great friends with those guys since I've been Purdue Pete. And
I certainly admire the guys who are Purdue Petes today, and I'm really proud of the fact that Purdue has used Pete as the symbol to get out for some of the outreach and some of the community projects and that sort of thing. And I think that not only helps the face of Purdue University, but I think that it just gives people an overall better opinion of the university, and that we, Purdue and Purdue alums, as am I, really do care about more than just what goes on behind these red brick walls. So, you know, again, it's something of which I'm extremely proud, and something that I will carry with me the rest of my life.
It's definitely my legacy here at Purdue, is being Purdue Pete, just all the experiences and all the people I've met doing it, and the smiles I think I've put on people's faces definitely made my Purdue experience here as good as it could ever be.
And every kid along the sideline wanted to give you a high five as you went by. So that's a fun thing to do.
Purdue Pete to me has always, you know, been the spirit of this school. I was proud to have been a part of it, and I'll keep claiming my claim to fame, because I'm proud of it when I did it, and I'm proud that it's still going on.